Hey guys, I'm Sarah, the co-owner of Custom Crafted Vans. I'm going to be doing this video solo today. We're going to do a van tour. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to show you around this gorgeous van. It is a 2022 170 Mercedes Sprinter. This is actually the 26th van me and my husband have built, and it is our beach house layout, one of the favorites, the OG layout. We love touring these, so let's go on in and check it out. Welcome to this van. It's pretty. She's white on the outside, white on the inside. I do love the brass gold fixtures throughout. Just gives that little pop here and there. And our warm wood floor with some wood table details. Our headliner shelf is wood, our door panels are wood. So we do have those wood elements throughout that still kind of cozies up the space, which I love so much. So enough about the design. I could talk about that all day. Let's come on in. First things first, in the front of the van, this client wanted a little extra working space. So we do have the convertible table bed in the rear. So if you are in bed mode in the back, one person is still sleeping, somebody could come up here, swivel the driver's seat around and work at this little workstation. We do have an outlet right there. You can plug in your laptop. So really functional space. The passenger seat does also swivel, so you could swivel this around and both hang out up here. Now this is a little bit of a modified beach house layout because we have this multi-purpose space up front, but this layout is in our van layout guide, which is linked down below. You'll find all the layouts for all of the vans that we've built over the years. Our most popular floor plan is this one. This is, I actually counted this morning, the 10th beach house layout out of 26 that we've done. So it's definitely been a really popular van for us. And obviously we love it. We lived in a van like this. It's such a great floor plan. We do have a lot of storage up here in the front. So we have the wooden headliner shelf, which is a great place to store all your window coverings, and then a full length closet up front. Now again, this closet did shrink down compared to our normal beach house layout because of this multi-purpose space up front. Now, speaking of window covers, that's definitely a great addition to any van so that you can have privacy, especially at night. So all of our window covers for the stock windows we get from The Wonderful Co. There's a link down below. So another big feature of this floor plan is the wet bath. This is kind of our standard wet bath with the separate urine diverting toilet. That is the company name, Separate. It has a urine section in the front of it that goes down to our holding tank underneath the van, which is 5 gallons. And the back section, you can put a bag in there, use it, throw it away, do your thing if you choose to go number 2 in your van, that is. Alex and I lived in a van for 2 years and never once went number 2 in our van, but I guess that's a different conversation that we could have. Again, potty talk, we gotta go there sometimes when you are gonna be traveling and living in a van. I do absolutely love the gold fixtures in this shower. I think that they turned out beautifully. It's just a really nice pop. Now we did also bring a little bit of that warm wood tone in with a custom shiplap poplar ceiling that we stained golden oak. Ties in with their other wood elements throughout the van. I think that that was a really great choice. Instead of doing a white ceiling in here, it would kind of make the whole bathroom white. So I absolutely love the design choice there. The bathroom is enclosed with the Nautilus self-cleaning retractable shower door with the stripes. Gorgeous. Next up, we have their kitchen. I do actually really like these Korean solid surface countertops, but a different style than we've done before. Kind of has more of that veining that people love with like a quartz or marble countertop. So really ties in great with their backsplash, the gray backsplash with the white grout. We have a stainless steel sink that is super deep and comes with lots of fun little insert things. Our nice gold brass faucet. Underneath the sink, we do have a pull-out trash can and recycling. And then this van has tons of storage in the kitchen. We do not have a built-in induction cooktop in this one. We have an outlet in the backsplash, so they'll be able to store their induction cooktop in a drawer, pull it out, set it up, cook, then when it's cool, put it back away. On the driver's side, we have their Isotherm Cruise 130-liter fridge. We did not build it into the kitchen, so they have a lot more storage in the kitchen, and lost the dresser storage on this side, but for them they wanted a larger fridge, and then again the same countertops throughout. Now let's talk a little bit of interior lighting. We like to have different kind of modes of lighting for clients. So at the front, the sliding door at the end of their kitchen, they have their main light switch, which controls all of the lights on the ceiling except for one. And then we do one switch next to their bed area in the back that just controls one rear light. It is dimmable. That way, when you are getting ready to go to bed, you don't have all of the main lights on blaring in your face. They are actually pretty bright at nighttime, and you have an easy switch to access right next to your bed. We also have the bathroom on its own light switch, which I just turned off. And again, these are all dimmable. And then under the kitchen, we install an LED toe kick light. This is one of our favorite nighttime lights. You can kind of leave that on when you're watching a show, laying in bed, hanging out, or if one person is going to bed earlier and you don't want any bright overhead lights on, leaving that on so that you don't trip on anything if you're getting up at night is a great option. Moving to the back of the van, we have our standard convertible table bed area. Back here is our multifunctional space. So if you take the table off of this pedestal, drop it down onto the cleats, we have a fill-in piece, which is actually up in our closet. That creates, we kind of keep the table a little bit shorter so it's easier to get into. Also, these tables with these pedestals, if you make it too long, it'd be like lopsided. So that's why we have a fill-in piece. Drop this down onto your cleats with your fill-in piece. Bring all your cushions together. These guys we don't use, but they make a great sleeping pillow or hugging pillow. That was my favorite. So you don't use these ones to fill in the bed. Those are just extra pillows you can put a pillowcase on. Bring everything together. It creates an almost king size bed back here. Super cozy and functional. And then you do have all of this overhead cabinet storage. Super easy to get to when you have the pedestal like this where it's not built into the floor. So absolutely love that. Again, very functional space back here. We do frame in our windows like I talked about. One of our favorite kind of standard features. Now I'm doing this video solo today. Alex is not feeling great, so I'm gonna run through all the tech specs. We'll see how I do. You guys will have to let us know if you like when I do this part, and we'll see if I know what I'm talking about. Nice Illuminess Nerf bars on this van. I'm gonna go through all the exterior stuff first, and then we'll talk about the plumbing and electrical systems. So we do have quite a bit of Illuminess stuff on this van. Like I said, the Nerf bars, the low profile roof rack, the side ladder, and then on the rear of the van, we do have the rear door box mount, bike mount, whatever they call it. That has the bike trays on it, 2 bike trays on here, because they want to be able to take their bikes out. Now, the nice thing about doing just the 2 bike trays and no box or anything is it keeps the bike trays nice and low. If you do the box, then typically the bike trays are up pretty high, so you'd need some kind of step to get up there, but this is a very feasible place to put a bike. Now we have our truck bed treatment down at the bottom. We do the panels and below, the bumpers, the front and the grille. We did upgrade the suspension in this van, so we have the Van Compass Striker 2-inch lift kit. We replaced the rear leaf springs. I do believe we did Falcon shocks on this one. Alex is giving me the nod yes, so I'm nailing it, you guys. We have the Black Rhino Warlord wheels in the gunmetal finish and the Falcon Wild Peak all-terrain tires. Alex is just like so impressed that I am nailing all this. So as far as windows, we did install the Sara Lawrence T-vent window here. We did fixed glass in the rear and on the other side, obviously. On the roof rack, we did a 30-inch rigid light bar. And then on the driver's side of the van, you can see the Illuminess ladder, and right up when you get to the top of the ladder, we have the Roam box up there. Great option for extra storage if you don't want to do anything on the rear of the van. And again, it's easy to get to because you don't even have to climb all the way up to the roof. You can kind of just get to it being on the ladder. The other thing that we have on top of the roof is the Starlink. That thing is actually pretty cool. Alex and I were a little skeptical at first, but it does seem like it works very well. It's the mobile version so that you can get internet literally anywhere you go, even if you don't have cell service. As far as climate control goes, we have the Dometic RTX 2000. This is a 12-volt air conditioner, so you do not need to run a generator or anything like that to use this unit. It can be powered directly off of your batteries. We also have the 12 volt. We also have the S-Bar diesel heater, which is installed underneath the passenger seat. You can set the little thermostat that's at the end of the kitchen, have that thing run all night if you wanted to. It keeps the van nice and comfortable and cozy and warm. And then we do have the Max Air vent fan, which comes with a remote control. Great for just extra ventilation if you open up your T-vent window and just want to get a little breeze moving through the van. Before we jump into all the plumbing and electrical stuff, it's just a moment of appreciation for how gorgeous this is back here. I do love that we brought in the gold back here, even with our hinges. Little details like that just make me so happy. I love those so much. Do love that we tied in the gray, that is the gray of their fridge cabinet up front. So bringing a little bit in here so that it's not all white. And then we do have our nice gray cushions, which I think ties in beautifully with the backsplash. So on the passenger side, in this bench is where our electrical system is. We have 540 amp hours of Battle-Born lithium batteries, a 3,000 watt Victron inverter charger, 60 amps of alternator charging, and 200 watts of solar on the roof. So this will be a great electrical system for them. They're not going to have any issues running their air conditioning unit, using an induction cooktop, having their hot water heater on, all that good stuff, charging laptops, using their Starlink. Now, obviously, they're not going to be able to do all of those things at one time, but they're never going to have an issue with power. We do also have a shore power plug underneath the van that they can plug into shore power at any time, especially if they're getting low with their batteries, if for some reason they're not driving enough or the solar isn't getting enough of a trickle charge to the batteries. Typically, clients don't have to plug in very often. On the driver's side of the van is where our plumbing system is. We have a 2.5 gallon water heater, a 33 gallon freshwater tank, and then the rest of the system, we do have a 5 gallon holding tank for the toilet, a 15 gallon gray water tank for the shower water drain, and then a 11 gallon gray water tank for the sink. So they have a lot of water capacity in this van. They also have an outdoor shower in the rear, which if they have their water heater on, you can still get hot water back here. Easy hose connect here if you wanted to. There are companies that make, like the shower curtain if you wanted to shower naked outside. Not necessarily my thing, but to each their own. I mean, when you have a shower in your van, you do have those options. You can shower naked comfortably in your own vehicle. We've got a little bit of storage back here, and again, this is where they will actually access. Come over here, we're on a hill, so this is wanting to just close. This is where they will access their water fill in here. So filling up, if you've watched any of our tours before, we are not big fans of cutting holes on the outside of a vehicle. Curved van, straight flush mount thing don't go well together, often lead to rust or water issues, water getting in your walls, all that good stuff. Things that we don't want for the longevity of a van. Now you do have a little bit of storage back here. We always provide toolkits for our clients. This is a great place to kind of store your extra utility type stuff. So you don't need to put your hose here. You could put it in here, and you'll want to get a potable water hose, typically stored back here. If you had like small foldable camp chairs, again, all that kind of stuff can fit back here very nicely. Well, I think that is it as far as tours go. We actually do have a couple openings left this year, and we'll have some videos coming out about that soon. If you want to get more information, there'll be a link down below for custom crafted vans where you can fill out an inquiry form. Hopefully you guys like this. I cannot believe this is van build number 26. We are just been in like finish mode. It's been fun. We're also going to be doing some traveling ourselves this summer with our kiddos in our own van. So hopefully, I think that we're going to be like 28 or 29. Fingers crossed. So stay tuned for that. If you guys like this, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.